Okay, I'm going to get it right this time, guys. I'm going to do this the right way this time. I was so excited. We had worlds colliding. My brain literally fell apart. And we did an impromptu prologue last episode. But we're not going to do that this time. Steve, I liked your suggestion of eating and drinking for 30 minutes at the start of each episode before we introduce the episode. But I think that maybe we'll just do that. How about that? We'll
Sounds
do that
good to me.
off-air.
I'll take it.
All right. This is episode 2 of what we're calling Hideous Tomfoolery. And it's a mashup of Southern Tomfoolery and Hideous Laughter. And I want to properly introduce the table. So, on my left, Griffin. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What's your podcast? What are you about?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Hideous Tomfoolery podcast, episode 2. I'm Griffin. I'm not your GM for this. I'm a player, which gives me so much girlish delight to be able to play with my buddy Steve and my friends from the Southern Tomfoolery podcast. What I do, I GM Carrying Crown, Pathfinder 1st Edition. It's a good time, but in my spare time, I play a lot of Starfinder, and I am 100% in on fucking Attack of the Swarm, baby.
Very nice. Griffin, bringing a little bit of the Hideous Laughter over here. Tell me, what are you drinking?
Oh, dude, I am drinking straight root beer whiskey. I've been drinking a little bit, but you hear my ice clinking there? That's a little cup. I got the whole bottle next to me, so I'm ready to rock.
Excellent. Okay, across the virtual table from Griffin, we have none other than Emily from Southern Tomfoolery. How you doing this evening?
Adam, I'm doing so fabulous. I'm virtually surrounded by fabulous people. I'm enjoying a fabulous game. I'm living a fabulous life. It's great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Emily, tell me, what are you drinking?
So I am enjoying a New Belgium Voodoo Ranger Juicifer.
Oh, I love those.
Pretty fabulous. I said fabulous like 7 times now. I'm stopped. But I've never had one before, and it's good.
Did you forget you're not playing Ziva?
I constantly forget that I'm not playing Ziva. Like, even in real life, I'm at the grocery store.
You slip into it often?
Yeah, I'm at the grocery store. I'm like, all right, darling, thank you so much. Nope, my bad. Here's $1. So...
Well, Emily, thanks for being here for Attack of the Swarm. Across the table is the lovely Steve from Hideous Laughter. How are you doing this evening, Steve?
Oh, thank you so much, Adam. I am doing fantastic. For those of you who don't know me, my name, of course, is Steve. I play as a character called Matumbe and sometimes Saw on the Hideous Laughter podcast. Really looking forward to playing this game with y'all. It's very rare that I'm able to play a character with Griffin also playing a character. He usually GMs the groups that I play with.
Never turns out well.
Never turns out well. But yeah, it's exciting. I am way into Attack of the Swarm. Huge sci-fi fan. Ride or die Star Wars. Earlier today, I was watching episodes of The Expanse to get me pumped up.
Awesome.
Big fan of Southern Tomfoolery. Love what we did in the first episode and looking forward to keeping it going with you guys.
Oh, yeah, I just want to cut in for a second. If you're listening from the Hideous Laughter side of the table and you're not listening to Southern Tomfoolery, please fucking do. We love their show.
Yeah.
We don't do this with anybody that we don't like. This is going to be fucking awesome, but their show's fucking awesome.
Well, thank you, Griffin, and the feeling's mutual. There's a reason why Hideous Tomfoolery is happening. I think, without tooting our own horns too much, we just love what each other does, and what a great opportunity for us to get together and play together. So exciting. Steve, before I move on, what are you drinking?
I was hoping you wouldn't forget, Adam. It was looking a little close for a second there, but I am drinking a Hamm's.
Ah, lovely. A Hamm's. It's not surprising, but it's consistent, and I appreciate it.
A delicious beer from the land of Skyward Waters.
Before we move on, can I get a slurp? Can I get a live action slurp?
All right.
You got to give the listeners a warning, Steve.
I was getting there, Griffin, but thank you for reminding me. So for those of you who listen to Southern Tomfoolery, but not necessarily the Hideous Laughter podcast, I'm a polarizing character on that show. And most polarizing about me is I like to, with much velocity, suck beer out of my can directly into the mic. It's called a slurp. If you don't like that kind of noise in your ear holes, go ahead and hit the fast forward 30 seconds button, or just turn your volume down for a hot second because it's about to get a little weird, but you have been warned. It's a hams.
That one almost sounded like a toilet flushing.
Yeah, that was wild.
It was a low flow slurp. I like it. Thank you for humoring me.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for being here to play Attack of the Swarm. And finally, last, maybe least, we have Heath from Southern Tomfoolery. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here with Hideous Tomfoolery friends, as we can call ourselves now. It's super exciting. I'm a little bit behind on you guys' show, the Hideous Laughter, but I'm trucking along. Been listening a good bit the last couple of weeks. Trying to avoid spoilers, which is almost impossible around Emily and Adam here. I just want to
Gotta get caught up, son.
I just want to try something. I'm gonna.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Listen to the
I
crack.
think I'm gonna join Team Slurp.
My boy! Yeah!
Oh, that was a Steve
That's a good-
episode
that's a
3
good start.
slurp. You'll get there.
That was raspy.
there
That
it
was
is,
much
there it is.
better. Way to go, boy. That was good.
What are you slurping on?
I'm choking on a Rogue Bat Squatch Hazy India Pale Ale.
Ooh, Bat Squatch is so good.
That sounds
Yeah.
horrible.
Well, everybody's got their drinks. Everybody's at the table. I'm glad to have you. My name is Adam. Cannot be more thrilled to be GMing the four of you through Attack of the Swarm. I am super excited to do this. I hope you're ready to get eaten by bugs.
But Adam,
Yeah.
what are you drinking?
Okay, so I drank all my bullet, which is my go-to. So I'm now sipping on just some straight amaretto. It's pretty good.
You can't see him, listeners, but he has his pinky out.
Mm-hmm. He's bougie
Indeed.
as fuck.
I'm a bougie bug, that's for sure.
SpongeBob, pinky out.
When in doubt, pinky out. I'm sorry.
I think I saw the Waterford Crystal logo on that glass.
Yeah, it's the Bayou Boogaloo.
But before we move on, Steve said he was watching some of The Expanse to get pumped for this, which is such a great move for Starfinder. I finished Watchmen last night, and I was really sad about it, but I got the silver lining of that situation is I got to immediately watch the first episode of The Expanse Season 4. So
Very nice.
I just started a couple weeks ago. I'm only halfway through season 3, so no spoilers, but
Okay.
it's fucking blowing my mind. It's so good.
Season
it's so
3 is
good.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
it
great.
is.
I mean, if we're going space, I'm rewatching Steven Universe.
Sorry.
Well, I think what we need to do is somehow group watch Starship Troopers so Steve can fall asleep.
Yes.
And really get our mind and our souls ready for this, because shit has just hit the fan here on Suskillen. The swarm has attacked. There is madness happening above the capital city of Suskillen as starship combat has erupted overhead. You got a communication emergency broadcast on that I'll repeat for you just to kind of get you back in it. It says, "Attention, all Suskillen ground forces. This is Space Dock Prime 1. We are under heavy attack. A swarm armada has entered into low orbit and has begun to..." In the transmission chops out. What do you do?
So, Adam, can we look up and see this, or are we very far away from the capital?
So you're about 4 to 5 miles away from the capital, and you can certainly look up and see starships fighting. I mean, you know, you can see the explosions overhead. You can see the laser cannons blasting overhead and shrapnel falling down and small little fiery meteoroids kind of coming down, crashing into the planet's surface. Some shit has just exploded.
I know this is like a terrible situation for a person to be in if this were real life, but like this is kind of my dream. To be like fighting a ground war while like spaceships are fucking shooting plasma and like proton torpedoes at each other above. Like that's just like every kind of sci-fi that I love. I'm so jazzed.
Oh yeah, the thing about this adventure is it is just action packed. You guys are gonna have such a blast because we're in it already. Episode 2, no time to waste. Shit's hitting the fan. I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Man, this is the part where I have to learn how to play this class. Like, I don't know what I'm doing at all.
I'm at an 11, Adam.
At 11? Okay, that's not really great.
No,
Griffin.
I know it's not. I know it's not.
It's cool. I got you, Griff, with a 13.
Did you guys see this really cool rock down here?
You're right. That is a cool rock.
This is really awesome.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, 16's pretty good. How about you, Steve?
Tex or Heath, I also rolled a 16, but that was off the die, so that brings me up to a 24.
Damn, boy.
All
Good
right.
thing we got a mystic.
We sure do.
Well, the two of you are able to scan. You know, you see this war erupting up in the sky, and immediately you guys start scanning around you to see if anything's happening around you. And sure enough, you see cresting over the horizon 2 swarm dredgers come, and they see you, and they start to attack. The two of you will be able to act in the surprise round, and we're going to a map, and we're going to need to roll some initiative, y'all.
Holy
First
shit.
combat. Here we
I'm so
go.
pumped.
Friendship is rare. Oh, you gotta make our dragon friend bigger.
Yes, you're right.
She gotta be big.
She is a large.
She gotta be
dragon.
chunk.
Yeah, she hella house.
Oh God, that's huge.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's a big old lizard.
She's a big old lizard.
Hey, welcome to the fold.
I do love that Heath and I have essentially switched characters.
Yeah, we basically did like a charisma. Like I'm a charisma class with casting abilities, and she's a fucking lizard soldier.
That's
You guys
awesome.
may not
Flip the
know
dude.
this about me, but when I don't have to GM, I love to play beat stick characters, so I don't have to think.
Well,
true.
I do too, which is why this is going to be such a challenge for me.
Here we go.
All right.
All right,
so
let's get Siggy's dex.
Tex, what did you roll for initiative?
I didn't roll yet because I was like, how are we doing this?
Yeah, you're just gonna tell me, and I'll put it in on the
Well-
turn order for you.
All right,
Well,
Sigurd's got a
ours
22.
is a little special.
Okay.
All right, so you've already rolled a 3. What'd you get, Tex?
16 on the die.
So we both get 16 for initiative.
What?
Because we're soul
damn.
bonded, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Whoa.
That's
So
cool.
I need more details. What is this?
No, it's cool.
ability?
Don't even worry about
it's
it.
awesome. No, it is cool. I want to know about it.
All right,
Super
so
loose
So
soul
cool.
bond.
I'm going to throw it out to you real quick. A dragonkin can form a permanent bond with one willing non-dragonkin creature. Jump through just a little bit because you don't need to know all of that. But essentially, the dragonkin and their soul bonded partner both roll initiative, and the higher of the two rolls is what they both utilize.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
It's pretty nifty.
Okay, well, Steve, what was your boring, plain old initiative roll?
Well, as an android, I'm not soul bonded with anybody to artificially inflate my roll.
Not yet. Not yet. Let's think about this.
All right, but for real though, it does go up to an 18, which is pretty respectfully good.
Very good. And what about Sigurd?
That's a 22, baby.
22. All right. So, on the surprise round, it looks like Cora is going to get to go first. You get to do a standard or a move action here on your surprise round. And you see these two swarm dredgers, and I'll kind of show you this picture. They're like roaches with Stranger Things mouths at the front.
Oh, God.
They're a horrible, horrific thing, and they're like, as they're like skittering across the ground, little chunks of red clay are just kind of like kicked up behind them. Just
They're like cockroachagorgons.
Ooh.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I hate it.
Yeah, that's objectively terrible. As a move action, Natasi is going to pull out her laser pistol. And
All right, so here's the thing about that. I'm assuming that you guys have all your weapons at the ready because you are actively on patrol. So you do not have to use a move action in this round to draw.
Hey, man, I'll take it. So she is going to announce to the rest of her companions, "We have dredges incoming. Prepare for combat." And is going to fire a shot at the closest one, which should be within my range increment, but it looks like Sig is between me and it. So I think I get a little bit of a penalty there.
That's right. It's going to be, well, you just roll and they get a boost to their AC as they have some cover.
Oh, yeah. Works for me. Sorry, I'm on the Pathfinder 1E brain.
That's all good.
Well, in Pathfinder 1E, they would be flat-footed, and my 9 could potentially hit.
Yeah, 9's definitely not going to hit.
Oh, boy.
So that's a miss. But it's a surprise round. It's okay. You know, you just, as you see him fire off a shot, but it goes wide over the top of the hill, joining the cacophony of lasers and wildness above.
Nope.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
I know some groups get really anal about this, some don't. How well do you want us to track our ammunition? Because I do it automatically. I just want to make sure that we're all in line here.
I think it's, at least for the first adventure, it's going to be pretty important to track.
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to make sure before I, really stressed out about it and nobody else did, or vice versa.
Sure. Okay. So then the next person that got the surprise round was Tex. So what would you like to do in this surprise round?
Okay, so I want to address something really quickly, and this is probably the first of many pains in the ass that a witch warper is going to cause you. One of the spells that I chose at first level, which I don't have to cast it, but I just wanted to address it now, is Summon Creature.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Lord, he comes.
So that's one of my main spells. So, like, I'm not going to summon one right now, but that's going to be a thing that comes up.
Good to know.
No matter what I shoot with, I'm going to have to get closer. Well, it's just a penalty for the range increment, right?
Correct.
I'll deal with that and fire my hail pistol Sub-Zero.
All right. I'm assuming at this bottom right one, because that's the only one you have kind of a real clear shot at.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's two of them, one to the north and one a couple feet down to the right. So, all right, let's get your shot.
Okay. And I'll just add my dex mod, is all it is?
Well, you're going to add the to hit for whatever's next to your
I don't shoot
weapon.
I don't shoot guns, I'm sorry. I know it's Starfinder, but I never shoot guns.
Well, didn't you just say you were shooting with your pistol?
Yes, I'm saying I'm not familiar with shooting guns because I play Titanium Mike.
It's a gun.
Only guns he's got are here and here. Y'all don't know it, but I was like making muscles.
That is a 17 on the die.
Okay.
So +3 and then plus dex or just +3?
No, that's your whole to hit modifier.
Okay, yeah, so that'll be a 20.
Okay. 20 is going to hit.
Okay, that's 1d4 cold and piercing damage.
All right.
2.
All right. So Tex just kind of levels his pistol, fires a shot. and it clips right and knocks off a piece of the dredger's shell. Its husk blasts off, and some like green gunk kind of oozes out, but it's still coming at you hard. And it is now the top of the actual turn order, round one. Sigurd, show us what you got.
You start to
Show
hear
me
the
what
song
you got.
Black Betty play. Oh, Black Betty, bam, lamb.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
And Sigurd charges. And he's going to charge right up to the dredger that he can move to be adjacent with. Charge is a double move, which gives Sigurd a point of entropy because he is a... when you think of vanguards, there are different schools of entropy that they can utilize, and the one he uses is momentum. And so whenever he moves faster than his speed in one turn, he gains a point of entropy. Now that's only useful for one time for a combat, but he's got some entropy now, baby. And then he's going to attack with Betty. He's going to slam this thing with his Riot Shield and Tropic Strike.
Okay. And is this part of your charge?
Yeah, so a charge is move up to twice your speed and attack.
Very good. And that's at like a -4, right?
-2 for a charge.
-2. All right.
And that's a 4 off the dice, baby, so that's not going to hit him.
Nah, that definitely misses. The swarm just kind of like bows up against Betty and just like clacks at it, and like you can't really get a good hit on its thorax off, and so it's just, and you see its mouth kind of unfold in front of you, and like all these razor sharp little teeth and green saliva is dripping out of it, and it's its turn, and it is going to try to attach itself to you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
So it just leaps up onto you and attaches itself like to your shoulder with its mouth. And now this thing is on you. So with the attach deal, it moves with you. So it's on your space now. And it's going to get a pretty big bonus to its AC because it's treated as having cover from you.
Okay.
On it all times. So basically what it is going to get a +4 to its AC, and then it's going to get a bonus to its attacks on you.
Sounds good.
As this thing attaches, you can use a action or a move action to make a strength check to try to get out, or to pull it off of you.
Yep.
You know, to detach. All right, that's a move action. Now the second dredger is going to burrow itself, just digs down into the ground, and you can't see where it goes as it burrows, and it's going to pop up on its next turn.
I hate that.
Yeah. And it's now Cora's turn.
All right, if it's attached to Sigurd, I don't want to be shooting into that melee. So Cora is going to ready an action to shoot the dredger as soon as it shows up.
Okay, so shooting into melee and Starfinder, I don't think has any negative.
It doesn't. It would just be the cover penalty for
Cover
it being
penalty.
on
Right.
Sigurd.
All right.
Right. But yes, so you're going to ready an action for a much clearer shot
Yes.
when the dredger pops out of the ground. Good to know. Yavari, you're up.
Okay, so could someone else remove that dredger from Sig?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Yavari's gonna kind of like, as a free action, say, "Watch your back, Tex," and she's going to make her way over And is that going to be an athletics or a strength check to try and rip that off of him?
So it's going to be a strength, just a straight strength check.
Okay. Oh no! What? I hate it. 6? 6 gonna get it?
6 is not going to get
Yeah,
it.
I didn't think so. No, I had 2 on the
So you
die.
try to grab
No.
it, and it just, it just like kind of snaps at you, and you pull your hand back, unable to pull it off of Sigurd. And it is now Tex's turn.
All right. So, the other one's still underground.
Yes.
Great. Okay, yeah. I'm going to. Fuck. Yuvari is so huge. Like.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to move for sure. Okay, yeah. I can move 30 feet and get clear to where I have a shot.
Okay.
Right?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 16 on the die. That's a 19.
Okay. 19. Let me see if that's going to hit with this bonus. That's going to hit. That will hit. So you thread the needle and land a blast on this dredger that's attached to Sigurd.
Nice. And that is a 2 for my damage.
2 damage. Got it. All right. Sigurd, you're up. This thing is trying to suck the life out of you.
What the fuck is this thing? Jesus! Get it off! And he because he's not grappled, right? The thing is grappled, but he's not.
Correct.
Okay, so he's gonna multiple attack, just continue to you see his fist light up with this gray-blue energy, and he just punches at it. It's like right on his collarbone, and he's punching at it, so he's gonna attack twice.
Full attack. All right. This would be hard to hit on that. It's a cumulative 8 difference here.
We gonna try, baby. All right. Well, I have a 21 on one and a 10 on the other.
Okay, so the 10 definitely missed. So is the 21
It's against
after
energy.
the -4?
It's against energy, and it is not after the -4.
So it's down to a 17 for the full attack, right?
Yep. Or no, sorry. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're right.
Okay.
Yep.
And then it's also getting a +4 to its AC for being attached to you, so that's going to miss.
All right.
Right, because that essentially... No. That just hits. Just hits. You got it. Yep.
All right, perfect. So he's going to deal 6 points of entropic damage? Let me double check what it is.
I think it's acidic or bludgeoning.
Yeah, acid or bludgeoning. I'm going to go with bludgeoning here.
Okay. Bludgeoning. So how much total?
6.
All right. You punch the shit out of it right on your collarbone, just splattering bug juice like all over your face and chest, but it's still attached and still just, wriggling all about you. And it's its turn. And it's going to get a bonus to hit you because it's attached. And it's going to full attack.
This goddamn thing! What the hell?
Okay, let's start with my lowest roll would be a 22.
Yeah, 22 hits.
All right, well, -4, 18. Does that hit?
No.
18 does not hit?
Does not hit me. Unless it's
it's
energy.
No, it's kinetic.
Yeah, kinetic, I got a 20.
Right, so 18 doesn't hit, but then the other attack's going to because I rolled an 18 on the die.
All right.
All right, so you are going to take some slashing damage here. 6 slashing damage to your stamina.
Ooh, I wanted you to hit me.
That's the cool thing about Vanguards. You like, for real, you do want motherfuckers.
Yeah, I
to
want you to hit me.
Right. Because that gives you
Entropy.
another entropic point,
Gives
right?
me some entropy, baby.
Yeah. All right, Cora. All of a sudden, the ground behind you erupts, and it tries to jump on your back and attach itself to your back.
I don't like that.
All right, so that's a 25 against your KAC. So that's going to be an attach, and so now it's attached to you, and it is your turn.
All right. Well, when it appeared, would I have triggered my ready to action to shoot it?
Sure thing.
All right, so here's my ready to action before my actual turn happens. That would be an adjusted 17.
17's going to get the hit, so like you spin around on it, and as it leaps up, you're going to get a shot right into its face.
Time to put up some real DPS.
Oh, what a beaut. Here comes our DPS.
2 points of fire damage with the azimuth laser pistol.
Oh, God, that's some sick DPS.
Yeah, killing it. But it's attached to you and on fire now. No.
I would have to crit for that to happen.
Yeah,
But Adam, tell me about my options here. Can I shoot this thing with one hand? Do I have to do something else to get it off me? Like, what can I do?
So you can fire a shot. Again, it's going to have this bonus to its AC because it's attached to you, and I think that's I mean, you can just give it a shot. If you want to get it off of you, you'd have to use a move action to try to remove it.
And that would be what kind of check?
Strength.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, really?
and shooting it would not provoke an attack of opportunity, or would it? Because usually I think shooting when you're threatening does.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to find out that one the hard way.
Unless you roll a knowledge check.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. Would this be a life science?
This would be a life science, yes.
Okay, here comes a knowledge check. Dirty 20.
All right, well, you're going to find out a couple things. One, no, it will not provoke an opportunity attack to attack it. While it's attached, it cannot take opportunity attacks. Okay?
Nice.
And then I'm going to give you another big one just because I'm feeling generous. This amaretto is making me sweet. It's immune to acid and fear effects.
Oh, good thing.
Looks like I picked the right thing.
Okay. So you still have your turn really left to do here.
Well, seeing that the thing is latched onto her and she doesn't think that she can break out of it, her head's going to kind of cock to the side and she is going to say, feeling threatened, increasing aggression, and she is going to shoot at it twice.
Okay. Good luck.
One is going to go down to a 4. The other is going to go down to a 10.
Yeah, neither one of those are going to hit.
Ah, that sucks. I thought with the grappled condition I might be able to get some nastiness in there, but
I knew
didn't
she
happen.
was crazy when she was cleaning up mom's spaghetti on the flight down.
I wasn't cleaning, I was caring for a patient.
Semantics.
Yavari, you're up.
Okay, tell me a little bit. So, this thing is still on Sig, right? Still attached to him?
Yes, it definitely is.
So, as far as hitting it with a weapon, is there any chance that I would hit him other than like just a crit fail? Or is it just lowers?
Just a crit fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well then she's gonna kind of, as her move action, because I'm assuming that I put it up at some point because I used both hands to try and rip that thing off earlier. Move action, she is going to draw her flare axe and is going to take a good old-fashioned whack at this thing.
And I think Sig's intelligent enough to like have turned a little bit towards you,
Yeah.
so, you know, like aiming over his back to get this thing on his collarbone.
We're sure hoping. Okay, how about
Yeah.
a 25? That's going to be a
25's
nat
going.
20.
Yeah. Well, that's a critical hit.
Yeah,
then, dude.
yeah.
That definitely hits.
What?
And you're going to roll double damage.
Okay.
Hey, so I think at this point we should start tallying Team Hideous Laughter versus Team Southern Tomfoolery crits.
Oh, I got Steve on my team. I'm fucked.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Can you just take
Okay.
mine twice?
So
I mean, I think Emily balances that out. She rolls a lot of crit fails.
I do. I'm pretty good at
You
it.
say after she's the first to crit.
Right. That's fair.
So that's gonna be a 1d4 plus 4 for damage. So that's. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. So I rolled the d4 twice.
2d4 plus
Yeah,
8.
and
Okay. All
Yep.
right. Sorry, I'm doing this like half and half. So like half roll 20, half.
Yeah, I'm not used to it either. Was
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
first?
Oh yeah,
crit?
because your dice are
Yeah,
packed up.
they're all
yeah.
packed up.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's
That's
5 plus 8, so it's 13 points of damage, and
And-
Yavari just reaches down and destroys this dredger just in half.
Which is good. So it falls off of his face so that it's not burning and attached to his body, because that could have been bad.
Shit, that was awful.
no.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, so you definitely kill it. Very nice job, Tex. Mr. Arcana yourself.
Was that the first crit of the show, or did I miss one? Did Griffin get a crit?
Oh,
That
no,
was the
that was the
first
first
one.
crit. Yeah,
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
cool. So seeing that Yavari has killed one of the dredgers, I'm gonna move. I can move and cast a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
okay.
it's a full
I have-
action spell.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I've literally never cast a spell in my entire history of Starfinder.
You're gonna learn today.
What I'm
try
more
to.
curious about is, I thought you summoned something.
No, I didn't. I just
Okay,
asked
we took
about
that
Just
back.
talked about it. Yeah.
I was like, I never saw that summon happen.
Oh,
Okay.
real quick. I'm sorry. I don't know that this helps or hurts or whatever, but the space around Yavari and her weapon in a 20-foot sphere is now illuminated because her weapon has the bright condition.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's
Sure.
dope.
That
I see why you didn't buy the illumination stick or whatever from last time.
That's awesome. All right, Tex, you moved.
Yep.
You're gonna cast a spell.
Yep, first time ever. I want to cast. It's a first level evocation spell called Puncture Veil.
Okay.
You grasp onto a space-time filled with microscopic needles and use them to pierce into your reality. One creature takes 1d4 piercing damage and gains bleeding 1 for 3 rounds.
Holy crap.
How cool is that?
Duration instantaneous. Saving throw none.
I imagine you're reaching into the Saw 2 dimension and pulling out that pit of needles.
Yeah.
Right.
No, the thing is, even though Tex is a witch warper and can see into all realities, he primarily channels out of our world's Texas. So it's gonna be cactus needles.
I love it.
Oh man. Okay, so
Tell me how to do that. 'Cause I-
this just happens. There's no saving throw. I don't get any. So this just happens. Is what you're telling me.
I think so.
That's bullshit. I
Medium
don't
range
like it.
range of 100 plus 10 feet per level.
That's amazing.
Seems like
That's
it's in
amazing.
range. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely in range. Yeah.
I'm
That
not a
makes sense.
mathematician, but I think
that makes
probably-
sense that the spell wouldn't have a save, though, because it's a D4 plus 1 bleed, which in reality is not very strong.
And it,
Yeah,
and
it's
it might
not
have
a lot of
spell
damage.
resistance too to help like balance that
It
out.
does
a little
have
bit, too.
spell
Yeah.
resistance. Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
I get it says versus spell resistance 1.
Yeah, but the creature would have to have spell resistance, so they don't. So
Oh, cool.
go ahead and roll that damage.
This is
I
the
got a-
first
I
combat
got a-
of the game. If we
I
had
got a
spell
4
resistance,
on the
we'd be dead.
damage.
You got a max damage.
Max damage, and it gets
Oh,
nice.
bleeding 1 for 3 rounds.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that just happened.
I got your back, Hoss. I mean, darling.
Thank you.
So a bunch of cactus needles
Yep.
just came in out of space-time and punctured this dredger for 5 damage. Okay, well, we're at round 3. Sigurd, it's back to you.
All right.
And Adam, just to clarify here, because it sounded like you said something earlier. This thing is it technically on my square or is it next to
Yes.
it? Okay, cool.
So and sorry, I'm not super versed in the Roll20 verse. Is this a 30-foot move? It's weird. I'm like kind of cornered. I feel like it's 35.
Let's see here.
Are you using? There's a tool to measure distance.
I know. I'm using it.
it'd
It
be-
says 32.1 feet.
Yeah, so that'd be 30 feet right there. The
Okay.
because the piezo maps don't really like translate perfectly to a grid. It's gonna be just a hair off. You know what I mean? But that you can definitely get there in 30 feet.
Well, all I'm gonna say is you continue to hear, "Oh, Black Betty, bam, lamb," as he charges and attempts to put Betty in between Natasi and this creature, slams it with his entropic strike with the charge penalty.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, don't use acid.
All right, that's going to be a 15 to hit, so I don't think it will.
No, that's not going to.
Unless it's it's EAC, but either way.
Yeah. There's enough penalties there that are making it unable to hit. You can't quite get your Betty in there, and it's its turn.
Are you telling me I couldn't bam a lamb?
You could not bam a lamb.
It's unfortunate.
They have Bama Lamb resistance too.
That's bullshit. That's OP right
All right.
there.
Full attack on the dock droid. Here we go. I don't think that's going to get it. As a 14 hit your KAC?
Sure does.
Okay. Well, only one bite is going to get in there.
Adam, how sure
or
are
one
you
claw.
about that? How sure? Because I got some pretty low ACs.
That it's a 14.
Wait, I'm sorry. The original one was a 14, correct?
I rolled a 2 on one. I know that one didn't hit.
Oh, okay.
And so
Yeah.
the other one is would be a 14 total.
A 14 ties my KAC.
Okay. All right. So then the claw is going to get you for 8 slashing damage,
Oof. I don't like that at all.
and it is your turn.
I don't. That sucks. So that actually brings me into my hit points because I have extraordinarily little stamina. Jeez.
So-
Like, what do I?
How low into your hit points are you?
Oh, not a lot. 2 points into my hit. So, not like worrying or anything. Just frustrating. So, I mean, she's just gonna. She'll take one shot at it, knowing that. Knowing that if I reduce my 2 hit too much, I'm not going to hit it at all. So I'm going to take one shot.
Right.
17 off the die goes up to a 19.
That's going to get it.
All right,
That'll
sweet.
get it.
Minimum damage. That's one fucking fire. Trash.
Man.
Hey, that's more than 0 damage, Steve.
That's true. I'm ahead. I'm ahead.
Okay, Yavari.
All right, so I have Black Betty playing on the side because it's important to set the scene.
So you hear it coming off of my inboard radio.
Yes. But Yavari's going to see. We got to change your nameplate because I'm going to call you Cora constantly.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, I'll fix
Natashi?
that going forward.
Natasi. Yes, but thank you.
Natasi.
I understand how that's very confusing.
But she's gonna see you take a hit, and she's just like, "Argh!" and is going to bebop over into the corner and is going to take a good old swing at that creepy creep.
All right.
19.
19 will hit.
Huzzah!
Get it.
7 damage. And
you kill it.
yay!
Nice.
Smashing.
Way to go, Star Eater. That's what I'm talking about.
Round, she
That's the
says.
sound of eating stars.
Is it though?
And so you guys have dealt with the swarm, at least right here. But you know that the planet is still under immediate attack. What do you do right now?
We gotta get back to the base, huh?
Should we attempt to make contact with the base and see if there's a particular way we should approach?
Yeah, were we provided any sort of like comm frequency that we could call back to base?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would be prudent to at least see what's going on. It could be the planet has already fallen.
Yeah. I mean, if nobody else is, I'll immediately like try to ring up the general, the major, or whatever. Is he? Do I have a line to him, or who do I have a line to?
Well, you have the open channel to the base, right?
Yeah.
And so you try to bring that up, and you're just getting static and all of your comm units are just getting static, and it's likely from the interference from the starship battle that's happening above, making the communications impossible at the moment.
Okay, guys, I'm not getting any connection here. Internet's down.
Did you try plugging it back in?
Yeah, shit. I mean, I feel like you guys kind of have a little bit of a stronger bond, or however you want to say it. Can you move faster in the air than on the ground? Do you think you guys might be able to get back there a little bit quicker? I can guard Natasi if you feel like you might be able to get back and scope it out from the air.
Yavari kind of looks down, almost kind of ashamed, and she's like, "No, my land speed is the same as when I'm in flight. That's why I wanted a vehicle."
I'm very surprised you were able to keep up with our aerial entrance earlier.
Yeah,
That makes it seem like you had like the flight of a starship. That's kind of improbable.
Gravity. There was gravity, and there was some centrifugal force. Don't read too much into it.
She had just took some speed, man.
Does everybody want to do speed before we get to the base?
Well, I, for one, want to slow down and take a 10-minute rest.
All right, so I'll tell you that it's been, since you left the base, it's been roughly 10 hours. Okay? Because, this didn't happen until daybreak, and the sun still hasn't even fully come up yet. So, you guys got through the whole night with no issue, and then this whole thing popped off. So now you have no communications, and you're wanting to take a quick 10-minute rest, right? Get that stamina back.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I have no stamina.
I'm down
really
6.
should.
I would rest since we're at such a low level. It feels like
Yeah,
I need to do
it's not
that.
like 10 minutes is going to make the difference of a planet. It's certainly not with us.
You know
Emily,
what 10
it's
minutes will make the difference
You
for?
don't know.
Let me
don't
go
know.
take a quick pee. I'll be right
Yes,
back.
I'm going
Same,
to take...
same.
Yeah.
Good, we're all synced up now. See? All it takes is 2 sessions.
By the way, Drew Brees just broke the all-time touchdown record.
Oh,
Ooh.
neat.
All right, don't be fucking bitchy about it.
All right, so you guys got a short rest, got your stamina back. What'd you think of your first encounter with the swarm?
They're
Less so
nasty.
this. I mean, I felt the face hugger vibe from Alien, but I was very glad to have another frontliner with me. So thank you, Ivari. Because I like taking hits. I now have 2 points of entropy, but it's better when I take the hits and then the face hugger gets pulled off of me.
Yeah.
It's usually the better scenario.
On the flip side of that, it's like, it was kind of nice for once not being a frontliner and just doing like spells from range.
Yeah.
I would have had a good time, but
It burrowed behind you.
then I didn't. So
Oh, Black Betty!
yeah, I don't shine in taking punishing hits. So
Well, we'll try to
You
prevent
did.
that in
Get
the
there.
future.
And I
Yeah.
will say that Yavari noticed that. So it's cool. She'll keep that in mind.
Well, shortly after you kind of catch your breath back, all of a sudden your comm units come again with just like they crackle to life, and you can hear Jaldamarik saying over the comms,
I repeat, all squadrons form up on Interregion Highway 12. Brinoa is being fully evacuated, and we have to defend the civilian.
and it cuts out again. And, you know, you just kind of are picking up that very, very low control over the frequencies, you know?
You guys,
Highway 12?
you guys, I lied. I'm sorry. Apparently in 10 minutes the planet could be lost. So there's that.
Yeah, there was like that I felt like we got the whole story that we had about 3 months, so this is convenient. Betty and I'll do our best.
Well, we don't have time to worry about it now. We got to get to the highway.
it's time for the controlled retreat.
Okay, so we all start trucking in the direction of Highway 12.
Yeah, I mean, do we know where that's at?
Yes, you do. It takes you about an hour to make that trek. Along that hour, I want you guys to roll survival. Everybody can roll it. I know that it's likely that only Natasi has any hope of finding anything. But
Can we roll to aid Natasi?
Sure.
All right, that's what I'm going to
Yeah,
use
I
mine
think
for.
that'd be the best way to do it.
All right, I will reveal my roll last then, but it sounds like everyone's going to
I
at
aid
least
you.
try to aid.
Natty 17, aid you.
Perfect.
Does a 10 aid? That's aid.
Does.
Does, 10 aids.
Does.
Natty 19.
Oh God,
Very
please
good.
roll a 2.
Well, it was a 6 off the die, so that goes up to a 14 before any aids. 6 extra points brings up me to a dirty 20.
Woo woo.
Okay.
Low roll, but
very good.
I got a little help from my friends.
Hell yeah.
So you discover, you kind of see along the tracks or along the path that you're on some tracks of what you know to be as a Sicilian brush stalker. Now, this is an indigenous creature to the planet. And I mean, obviously you don't have a whole lot of time to deal with it now, but you do see that there is one kind of out in this area. The tracks are pretty old. They look to be at least a week old, if not older. And there doesn't seem to be any blood or fur around it, so it doesn't look like it was injured. But you just kind of get the sense that not only is the swarm about, but there are not indigenous predators of the planet as well.
Fuck yeah.
So you keep marching, and the sun has fully risen at this point, and hundreds of aerial and ground vehicles are fleeing Brinoa, both on and above the road in the early morning light. The sounds of weapons fire can be heard in the distance, drowned out only by the screeching of the ramjet engines of an STF fighter passing overhead to join the battle above the city. Even from this distance, Brinoa looks like a disturbed hornet's nest, with swarm vessels engaging with the aircraft of the 1st Battalion. You see several SDF soldiers standing on the road, waving vehicles forward in a slow procession, curtly answering questions from evacuating citizens, and repeating that civilians should proceed to Rayos City, several dozen miles to the south. Moments after you arrive, you are spotted by Major Jaldamarik, who greets you gruffly.
Glad you could join us, Midnight Squad. No time for rest. Get your rears in gear and double time it to the front. The swarm is about to take Branoa, and we're giving these evacuees as much time as we can before the critters come flooding out of the city.
All right. Yeah, we ran into a couple of them. We took them down.
That's excellent, soldier. There's many more to take.
Yeah, I figured.
Do we feel tired at this point?
Not quite tired. You're coming up on it though. It's been, what I say? So now it's been almost 12 hours.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. I bought 2 of those patches. Ready to use one if I need one.
Yeah, you're not feeling drowsy just yet, So, but I mean, it's definitely been a long night, and it looks like promising to be a long day coming directly out of that evening. So, Jaldamark directs you to the north to take a defensive position far enough away from the highway, so that your stray gunfire won't endanger the escaping civilians. It's about a 30-minute walk to reach the appropriate area.
Okay.
There's large craters and hastily dug trenches marring the landscape, and the sounds of battle are much louder here. Let's see. You can see several large swarm vessels entering the airspace around the city and begin to land on the outskirts of Branoa. So let me put you on the map here.
Adam, just for my information, what does a swarm vessel look like? Does it also look like it's made up of like biomatter or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just from what you can tell, right, just looking at it, it definitely has a design unlike any starcraft that you've seen, and it does look very biological, as if it's built out of carapace itself, you know what I mean? And it has like really spiny, like ribs almost cut, articulated in it, and the front of it has these like almost pincer-like weapons coming out of the front. It's a pretty disturbing thing to see.
Ooh, that's some real Yuzong Vong shit for my expanded universe Star Wars friends out there.
You got like 3 guys, Steve.
Yeah, 3 people are rock hard right now.
Okay, so this is kind of the area that you guys come up on here. And as I said, you see some craters and such from previous battles. Is there anything, that there's a fight coming. Is there anything you guys want to do to prepare as, potential combat is ensuing? As you can see these swarm ships dropping off, loads of swarm.
I mean, I just want to ask about the tiredness thing. Should we take speed?
You're not in any point now where you're having to make any checks against exhaustion.
Okay.
But you've got about another 4 or so hours before you start dealing with that.
So, out of curiosity, because I can't recall, who all has what kind of vision? Dark vision, low light.
Well,
I think
let me look.
Everybody has dark vision except for Tex.
Let me see. What do I have? Nothing?
Does an android have dark
You
vision?
don't have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, Tex, stay, I guess.
I'm going to be fucked.
Well, it's daylight now.
Oh, okay.
Keep in mind,
Yeah, the sun is rising.
Okay.
Sorry.
The sun is kind of above you at this point. So, yeah, are you guys going to make any defensive preparations, or are you just much more of an offensive squad here?
Yes, to defend myself, I'm going to position myself behind either Yavari or Sig.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sig would bring Betty up in front of himself. Hey, guys, I noticed none of you have shields. Huge issue, but if you want to stand behind me, I can certainly, kind of rush us through if we're feeling like there's going to be a large amount of enemies.
All right. Yep.
I will stay back for the moment. And she will pull out her ranged weapon, which is a reaction cannon. And she'll say, Natasi, stay behind me. Tex, keep an eye out. And Sig, I can only do it once, but if you'll keep me a lane open, I may be able to use a bit of a fiery voice on them.
I do love fire.
So go ahead and arrange yourselves on the map, kind of how you want to be positioned.
Sig, you get where you want to be first, and we'll follow suit, I suppose. Tex, if you want, I guess we can, mount up.
Which direction did we come from, Adam?
From the south.
We came from the south, so we're expecting combat from the north? Is that where we're...
Correct.
Okay. So I would line myself up here. It puts me, for the listeners, roughly directly in the middle of the map. I'm not used to playing
the center square of the map.
Yeah, I'm not used to playing with a large ally, aside from enlarged person in first edition. So it's kind of cool having a permanently large ally. But wherever she lines up, I want to be off a diagonal because of what she said, what you've already said. She wants a straight line in front of me. So I'm lined up basically in the middle of the map with my shield up. And you all see as Sig kind of gets into position, because you're waiting for him to get in position behind him, you see again this gray-blue energy start lifting several rocks around him, and they start encircling him.
Whoa.
And he digs Betty into the ground, the tip, because Betty is a riot shield but with a sharpened point at the bottom, and he digs Betty into the ground, and she still covers almost his entire visage, and he stands roughly 6'6", so this is a huge hunk of metal, and he just kind of plants himself there.
Excellent.
I will say, just to clarify, just so that everybody's aware, it's a cone what Yavari can do, so...
Oh, I know what you're getting at.
Okay.
I figured you'd be breathing some fire. Or something.
Yeah, I mean, Tex would kind of turn to Yavari and be like, just tell me where you want me. Just put me where you want me.
Just stay next to Natasi. Sorry, I have a lizard tongue. It doesn't work very well around that name.
He says, all right, gets his pistol ready, and then you hear a chitter from within his jacket, and I forgot to mention I have Squawk's companion. And so I feed some seed to my Squawk's companion. It circles around my shoulders and then gets back in my inside coat pocket.
Natasi will notice and say, I'm not very good with animals, but if I can help keep you guys all in the fight, I'll do what I can. She'll hit the mag release on her laser pistol, check to see how many charges she has left, snap it back up in there, and is ready to go to town.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys are making all these defensive preparations, all of a sudden you hear a massive explosion overhead, or from the north, and you look and you see that a large Brnoan skyscraper has become engulfed in flames, and it starts to topple over. Brnoa is falling.
Holy
and
shit.
you can just see this from the distance as this whole giant skyscraper crumbles to the ground. Shortly after that, a shadow moves across the landscape as a massive structure streaks across the sky above, billowing a trail of smoke. Everybody roll an engineering or a culture check, whichever you're best at.
Oh, thank God.
Well, what if
what's
you're not
better?
good at any of them?
What's better, a 0 or a 0?
A dirty 20
suppose.
for Yavari.
Okay. Yeah, so Yavari points it out and says, oh, it's a space station. And you see that one of the orbiting space stations of Siskillian's space docks has been shot out of orbit and has crashed down, and it goes overhead and it lands so close to you that everything is just a massive white light, like blast, and you feel this concussion ripple through the ground beneath you, and your ears are just ringing. I need everybody to make a will save.
Oh God.
I wish I could have used that culture check that I rolled, which was a natural 19, but here comes the will.
I don't know where those are in Hero Lab.
Is this to
Right underneath your
is this
ACs.
against like a blinding or deafening effect?
No.
Well,
It's a good call, though.
hey, I'm dumb. How do I do this?
Roll a d20 and then add your will save bonus to it.
I'm at a 12, Adam.
Oh, there it is.
At a 12, okay.
Adam, I rolled a natural 1.
Ooh.
So for those of you keeping track at home, the STF crew is up with 1 natural 20, and the HLP crew is up with 1 natural 1.
Oh no!
We did it.
Lord. Man.
I got an
Okay.
11.
No, that's not good either. What about you, Heath?
16.
16. Okay, so Tex and Sigurd are okay, but for Natasi and Yavari, seeing this space station that was populated, right? This is where people were being like taken to, evacuated to get on a ship to leave. Like this was the orbital space station, and you are going to be shaken for 1d4 hours as you deal with the coping of this mass devastation and loss of life.
Oh shit!
This is a mind-affecting fear effect, so if you have anything against,
It's not paralyzed, so no.
Does a natural 1 auto fail in Starfinder?
no.
It auto.
No.
What do you have, a
misses. It
plus
doesn't
11?
auto-fail.
I have. What was it? Was it a mind effect?
Yes, mind-affecting fear effect.
Yeah. I mean, it would still only hit me at a 9. So yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Yeah. No. So yeah, you guys are shaken for 3 hours.
Damn.
But not me, right?
Not you. Not Tex or Sigurd. And as like your eyes kind of readjust, you see that this cloud of dust has now enveloped the region. So we're talking about concealment. And you cannot see more than 5 feet away.
Son of a bitch.
So a creature that is more than 5 feet away but less than 50 feet from its attacker has concealment. A creature 50 feet or more has total concealment. And minutes after the space docks crash, I need everybody to roll initiative as the ground around you erupts.
God.
Fuck.
And 4 dredgers burst out from surrounding you. But before you tell me initiatives, I need you all to finish your drinks, because we'll fucking see.
Oh my god!
Cool thing.
No.
Damn.
Shit. I knew it.
No, don't you start too.